Hello, welcome, and thank you for visiting the Open Leadership channel. My name is Michael Breeze, and this video is the first of a mini-series of 4 videos that will help you develop a clear and strong leadership purpose. Now, I hope you find this video useful, and do stay until the end when you can find out how to get access to more free resources. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, it would help me enormously if you could. It makes it much easier for me to carry on making free content for those that need it if you subscribe. So, why am I talking about the purpose of leadership? Well, principally because I've worked with so many organisations and individuals where this is far from clear for them. When I've asked people what they think the purpose of leadership is, I've received a vast range of answers, many of which were nothing to do with leadership, certainly nothing to do with the open leadership approach that I teach, but more describing issues of management and control. And what's more, when I've asked people why they moved into leadership role, what was their motivation for moving into a leadership role, the answers have been even more diverse and sometimes even less about leadership. Understandably, people become leaders for a whole range of reasons. It might be to do with salary increases, better employment packages, etc., to get better car, house, vacations. It may just be for ongoing career opportunities, because they wanted to get on and succeed, because of parental pressures or family pressures to get on and succeed, to earn respect, the respect of family, friends, colleagues, maybe even neighbours sometimes, I think, or to feel in themselves more important, more valued, or perhaps more valuable. And of course, some do state motives that are entirely about contribution, wanting to give more to the organisation because they think the work is more important. The work is very important, it's meaningful, and they want to contribute more to help their team and their colleagues to succeed. The people they know and perhaps are going through a difficult time, and they want to step up and help them because they felt they could do a better job than the previous incumbent or something along those lines. Now, to be clear, I'm not criticising anybody for having any of these motivations. It's good to be ambitious, to want to grow, to succeed, to earn more, to feel more valued, more valuable, and to contribute more. These are excellent motivations to move into any role in life, but they don't help us arrive at a good purpose for leadership. And in fact, these excellent motivations can be the very reason that new leaders can lose their focus of what being a leader is really all about. It seems that because moving into leadership and other promotions beyond the first one is so attached in our minds to rewards and status, etc., that some leaders can forget to ask the question about what they're there for beyond the actual personal success reasons. They're perhaps distracted by the sense of personal achievement and the new world they moved in, and that's very understandable. These are very powerful moments when you first move into leadership roles or get big promotions. It can bring a very strong, powerful feeling of achievement and success. It can be distracting. Meanwhile, of course, the followers of these newly promoted leaders are waiting to be led. Whether you first become a team leader, whether your first role in leadership is a team leader, a supervisor, a junior manager, or whatever, your primary role is to lead people. Your focus should be on your people, not on you, your career, or your image, or your sense of personal satisfaction. This is where I see many people struggle in the early days, and often beyond the early days in a management or leadership career. Now, a key foundation of the open leadership approach is that leaders should spend 100% of their time helping their people to succeed, whether they're in the moment involved in meetings, in management tasks, control tasks. At the end of the day, it should all be aimed at helping their teams to succeed, because that is what, as a leader, you are there for. And of course, well-led people deliver great results. So, my advice is to obsess about your people, their challenges and their needs. Ask yourself constantly, how can I help my team? What do they need in order to be able to meet their goals? What learning and development would they benefit from in that respect? How is their morale and their energy as they work? Do they feel part of something worthwhile and their work is meaningful? Do they feel valued and respected and listened to at work? And are they safe? Are they well? Now, I'm not asking you for a heroic act of service, self-denial, philanthropy. I'm not asking you to be a saint, because the indisputable truth is that if you focus on your people as a leader, you will deliver great value for your organization, and you will make your place of work a much more rewarding and happy place for you and your team to work in. And of course, you're far more likely to succeed and build a great career personally for yourself as well. Of all of the things that I've ever coached and taught to leaders in my career, the one thing that, and it's a high level thing, but the one thing that probably delivers the most impact for them and their leadership capability is to learn to focus on and obsess about their people. Working with groups of leaders around the world, as they learn this obsession, I've sometimes got them to work together to frame their focus, crystallize a sort of statement of what their overall leadership purpose is. The one I'm about to share with you is just one example, but it's a reasonably good one, although a little wordy. So let me just run through it. So their purpose they distilled was to help our teams in their efforts to succeed in meeting their part of the organization's goals. So that's the first thing. We're there to help our teams in their efforts to succeed in meeting the organization's goals. And then in a way that supports the values of the organization, obviously, whilst developing them as individuals and as teams. Now, as I say, it's just one example, and it is quite wordy, that I've seen emerge from various groups of leaders working on this. But it's a quite good summary. It's quite a good example that encapsulates the main purpose, I think. But for our purposes, though, I think we could abbreviate that phrase down and end up with a concise message that we can keep in mind as we work through these videos about leadership purpose. And that much more concise one, taking out some of perhaps the unnecessary words for our purpose, is this: to help our teams succeed whilst developing them as individuals and teams. So for me, that encapsulates the whole philosophy of what a good leader does. He focuses on his team in order to help them succeed, and in doing so, and whilst doing so, develops their capabilities, skills and knowledge so they can go on adding more value to the organization. Now this, I think, is the essence of the statement we started with, and it is definitely the essence of the Open Leadership Approach's philosophy on leadership purpose. Well, that's very nice, but these are just nice words, aren't they? How do we go the next step? How do we provide some action around them, some areas of focus? Now, the Open Leadership Approach offers three critical elements of leadership purpose to help you turn those words, that purpose, into action, and to focus your effort in a way that will deliver in the day-to-day activity with your people the clear leadership purpose. And those three elements will be the focus of the next three videos in this mini series on the purpose of leadership, as we look at how you can, one, connect your team to their situation, to the organization, to the people around them, to their options and their resources. Engage them in the planning of activity, engage them in the problem solving and creation of value in the organization. And then in parallel to all of that, to grow them as a team, and grow them as individuals as well. So that's a high level summary of an overall leadership purpose as video one in this mini series. I hope you found it useful and interesting, but do watch the next one, particularly on connecting your people, and where you'll get a better understanding of the first step in fulfilling leadership purpose. In closing, please remember to subscribe to the channel if you would. It really helps me. Do hit the reminder bell to receive notifications when new content drops in as well. And as promised, to get access to more free resources, don't forget to go to openleadershipbase.com, and that's in the description. That link is in the description of this video below. And there you can also join the Open Leadership Base forum and get involved in conversations with me and other leaders, share experience, ask questions, as well as letting me know your thoughts about the content on this channel and anything else you might want to see. Also there at that website and in the description down below in this video, you'll find the link to my book, Stepping Up, How to Be Great in Your First or Next Leadership Role. So if you're in a hurry to get an overview of the Open Leadership Approach rather than waiting for the videos that are coming out, that's an option for you. It's on sale at Amazon now. Finally, do let me know your thoughts by adding a comment below, and it just remains for me to thank you for visiting and say see you next time.